Okay guys, so I'm not sure if you guys were aware, but like in the last couple of weeks, the price of fishing tackle has went up. And I'm not talking, one company bumping up the cost of one reel here or there. I'm talking about several companies bumping up the price of their rods and reels. And from what I've seen, these are all the major popular companies that are doing this. Now their excuses, supply chain shortage, etc., which may or may not be true, but in this video I'm going to go over some of the more significant pieces of tackle that have gotten price increases. And then of course give my opinion on it. So here I am at Tackle Warehouse's website, of course, and we're going to start off with the casting reels, of course. And we're going to start off with Shimano because they are the number one in reels. And let's go down one by one. So the Bantam MGL-A, the new one, looks like it's staying put at $349, which is good. The CURADO 150, which already is on the bestseller list, stays at $199. Looks like the Tranx 500 went up by $20 because it used to be $499. Alright, so the CURADO BFS, this was affected. It went up $10 from $189 to $199. And then the CURADO 70 MGL also went up. It went from $229 to $239, so it went up by $10. So that's going to be a really tough sell for that 70 MGL because I thought it was overpriced at $229 anyways. So the 300K went up $10 to $209. The SLX MGL 70 was not affected. It stays at $149.99. Alright, here's a increase here. Shimano METANIUM MGL used to be $419. Now it's been bumped up $20 to $439. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. Now the price increase doesn't stop the reel from being awesome. It's just the reel was expensive already and now they made it even more expensive. And I have a feeling they're going to lose a lot of sales to the JDM market METANIUM. Alright, so SLX 150 XT stays the same at $129.99. Still a huge bargain. The best-selling SLX DC stays at $189. K has stayed the same. Shimano Antares went up to $629.99. I mean, even at $599 where it was priced, that was a hard sell for the Antares. Alright, so the Tranx 200 went up by $10 to $209. The best-selling CURADO DC went up $10 to $259. METANIUM stayed the same. The ALDEBARAN 50 went up $10 to $429. The base SLX stays the same at $99.99. And I think the Tranx 300, I think the Tranx 300 and 400 went up by $10. So the old Bantam still at $349. Looks like both CHRONARCHs got a $10 bump from $279 to $289. Even at $290, the CHRONARCH MGL is a hell of a bargain for what you get. Okay, and then Shimano's bread and butter, the 200K, looks like it went up from $179.99 to $189. So a lot of their more popular reels went up by like $10, and some of them went up by $20. But then again, it looks like the very popular entire SLX lineup stayed the same, which is good news. Okay, so Shimano was not the only company that raised their prices. Let's go up here to Abu Garcia. Alright, so I'm not familiar with most of the pricing on these Abu Garcias, only some of them, but I think the Max X stayed the same at $59.99. Could be wrong. Now I know the Zeta, the green reel, went up by $10. So it used to be $179.95, now it's $189.95, keeping up with the CURADO. keeping up with the CURADO 200K. I wonder how many of these they actually sell, given that it's got a graphite frame. Okay, I can't remember the price of the REVO Beast Rocket, or this reel, or the SX Rocket. I never paid attention to the round reels either. Alright, I think the ALF stayed the same maybe. Alright, here's a reel that got a big price bump, the REVO Ike. So I think it used to be $249. Now it's $279. It went up $30. And of course, none of these reels have gotten any performance increases or upgrades to go with the price increase. But yeah, $279.95 for the REVO Ike. I guess the cost of rainbow paint went up significantly. Okay, so the MGX, which I thought was going to be discontinued, looks like it went up by $20 because it used to be $379. Okay, the MGX Stream 2 stays the same. Alright, so the REVO Rocket, it was $299, now it's $319. So that went up $20. The REVO S looks like it stayed the same. It looks like the STX went up $20 because it used to be $199. Now it's starting out at $219, except for one that looks to be on sale. Now the REVO SX, that went up $10 to $169 from $159, and the winch looks like it went up $20. And here's a huge surprise: the REVO X, probably their best-selling reel, went up $20 to $119.95. And let me tell you, that is a bad move by Garcia. And that's because for $10 more you could have the far superior Shimano SLX XT, and for $10 less you can have the far superior Daiwa FUEGO CT, unless that reel went up as well. And then you also have the Lews Speed Spool, the $99 one, that is far superior to this reel, and I know because I have both. And I think that stayed the same at 99 bucks, but we'll see. So bad move from Garcia, because I know this is their best-selling bait caster. Alright, let's go to Daiwa next. They had a couple of price increases, I think. Okay, so the CA80, CC80, I can't remember their prices. Yep, Daiwa FUEGO CT stays the same at $109.99, but they raised the price of this reel $10 like a few years ago, so it's good that it stays the same. Okay, in case you guys didn't know, the STEEZ Air and the JDM STEEZ CT is at Tackle Warehouse. Okay, the STEEZ A and the STEEZ SV stayed the same, but a couple of years ago both of them got a price bump of $50. Alright, the TATULA 100 went up $10 to $169.99. Now as far as the 150 and the 200, I don't remember their prices originally. Now here's something, probably Daiwa's best-selling baitcaster, the TATULA CT, went up in price by $10 to $139.99. So in my opinion, bad move from Daiwa, because now you've priced yourself $10 over the best-selling Shimano SLX XT. Now the TATULA CT is usually on Tackle Warehouse's best sellers page, so with this new price increase we'll see how long it stays up there. Alright, so it looks like the TATULA Elite, the long cast version, got a $10 price bump to $249, but the pitch flip model stayed the same. It looks like the SV did not get affected by the price increase, which is good. And here's something that's strange. Can you believe that they're selling the old SV still? Now maybe this is just old stock that they can't get rid of, but let's see. Nope, they have several in stock. So that is very confusing by Daiwa. They are selling two TATULA SVs for the same price. Makes no sense. Alright, so the Zillion 10, $3.99. I think that was the original price, as well as the HD. And yeah, it looks like that's all that was affected as far as the Daiwa bait casters. Alright, now who's next? Let's see if it affected some of the smaller brands like KASTKING. Nope, looks like KASTKING's prices are staying the same. The Zephyr is still $70 and the Speed Demon Elite is still $120. Alright, let's check out Lews. Now Lews has so many damn reels. It's like at every $5 increment there's a different reel. But I think the inshore used to be $199, now it's $219, so it went up 20 bucks. Okay, the custom light went up to $300, it used to be $280. The KBD LFS went up, I think, $10, because yeah, it used to be $139.99, and I was actually very close to buying one to try out. But now that the price went up, I'm not so sure anymore. Alright, the Laser MG went up to $89.99 from $79.99. That's going to be a tough sell with the KAES being $10 cheaper. Alright, so I think this red reel, the Mach Smash, might have went up $10. Okay, the inshore, that went up 20 bucks. It used to be $129. But the good news is their best-selling reel, the Speed Spool LFS, definitely a bargain at that price. Alright, so the Super Duty, not sure what the price was before on that. And here's something strange. This is like a very, very old platform, but yet they're still selling it. Alright, so the Team Pro SP still at $199, so that's good. So the Tournament MP, I remember this reel used to be $149, it went up 10 bucks. Okay, I think this stayed the same. The new BB1 Pro, that stays the same at $199. Now I'm not sure about the price of these before, as well as these. I'm not sure if these went up or not. Alright, so I do know the Hyper Mag used to be $299, now it's $319. And the Pro TI used to be $349, now it's $379, so that went up 30 bucks. So not surprising that there are a lot of price increases for Lews, since Abu Garcia's prices went up as well, since they are both made by Doyo. Okay, so do we have any other major players? Quantum. Now their lineup of bait casting reels has dropped significantly ever since, I guess, they lost a bunch of pros to Lews like KBD and whatnot, but it looks like their Accurate reels have went up $20. They used to be $99. Now the Invades, they went up to $47.99 and they used to be $39.99. Okay, I think the Smoke HDs went up 10 bucks. And this reel right here, the Smoke S3, that reel went up by a lot. It used to be $169.99 if I'm not mistaken, and they bumped it up to $199, and I think they're doing that because they're getting rid of the Tour S3. So yeah, a lot of significant price increases, a lot of strange price increases, especially with the Abu Garcia REVO X, because that means Abu Garcia does not have a reel in the very hotly contested $99 price point. Alright, so rods, they went up as well. So let's go to, I guess, the more popular rod makers. Of course, we're going to start off with Shimano. And I don't think the new CURADO rods were affected, but I think the Claris was affected. They used to be $79.99 if I'm not mistaken, and they went up $10. Okay, I think the Conquest rods went up. I think they started out at $6.95 and now they start out at $7.35. The Intensas went up because they used to start out at $129 and now they're starting out at $139. Now I have one of these that I'm going to be trying to do a review on hopefully this year, and we'll see if it's worth that price bump. Now luckily it looks like the SLX rods were not affected. Well, the Zodius, the new Zodius I should say, has been affected. They started out at $199 and now they're starting out at $209. Poison Adrenas went up by $30. So yes, some significant price increases, particularly on the Poison Adrena. Alright, so let's see. Let's go to Abu Garcia. And it looks like the Ike series went up. Didn't they start out at $149 and now they're $169? I could be wrong. But the Vendettas are staying the same, it looks like, at $79. Now the Veritas, if I'm not mistaken, didn't they start out at $99? And now it looks like it's $119. Then again, I could be mistaken. Okay, looks like the Fantasista X stayed the same at $299. And the new Xenon rods looks like they went up by $30 because I think they were $399 to start out with. Alright, let's go to G Loomis. Let's see if they were affected. Not that I can really remember the starting prices of them, but I think the GLX went up by $10. Could be wrong. Okay, so G Loomis NRX Plus Jig and Worm rods, which is what I would be interested in. $595 to $625. I'm not sure if those went up or if they stayed the same. So if you have an NRX Plus and you bought it before this price increase, let me know if the price went up on these rods. Now these price bumps are significant because Tackle Warehouse has started charging sales tax on out-of-state orders. So where I live, the sales tax is like 10 cents on the dollar. So that means if I wanted a NRX, I'd have to tack on like $60 to that price just for sales tax. Alright, Guggen Squad rods are now at Tackle Warehouse. And it looks like their prices went up. So $159.99 for the gold and $109.99 for the green. Now I actually have a gold rod that Catchco sent me, and I'm fishing it right now to get a review done on it, but so far I'm liking it. Okay, so who is another major player? Alright, so here's Dobbins. Now unfortunately I am not familiar with the Dobbins pricing, so I really couldn't tell you if they went up or not. Alright, let's just go to Daiwa to end this out. Alright, looks like their best-selling aired rods stay the same. I'm very tempted to try one of these to see why people are buying them so much, other than the fact that they're only $55. Alright, looks like their black label rods stay the same. Fuego rods stay the same. The Rebellions, looks like they are staying the same at $199, so that makes them cheaper than the competing Zodius line. So let's see if they can eat into some of these Zodius sales. And I think the Tatula Elites are staying the same as well. Okay, we're going to go to one more. And this is going to be Megabass. So, the Levante rods, their quote-unquote affordable rod line, just got less affordable, as they went up $50 from $199 to $249. So that's 25% increase for the Levantes. And that's going to be a hard sell because you're leaving Shimano Zodia's territory and encroaching on Shimano X-Pride territory. Now, I've never fished a Levante, but I do have the previous generation RYOGAs, and while it's a good rod, I wouldn't put it up there to compete with the next Pride. Alright, so the Orochis, which I think were $299, also went up $50 to $349. Now, I actually knew that the Megabass price increase was coming because I think I saw a YouTube video on it, and to be honest, I was actually going to buy a Levante eventually to try one out, but now they've went up $50. I don't think I'll be doing that. But yeah, the price increases were pretty much across the board for all the big major brands, and once again they're blaming the shipping crisis and supply chain shortages, etc., etc. But here's the thing, once those issues clear up, are you going to bring the prices back down? Because with these price increases, they're going to lose way more sales to the JDM market. Alright guys, let me know what you think of this increase down in the comment section. Does this mean you're going to go JDM instead of buying domestically? Let the companies know what you think about this price increase, because let's face it, none of these companies will be going out of business if the prices stay the same. Alright guys, thanks a lot.